not able to hear you. There we go.
All right.
All right. So this is a citation issued on November 29th of this year, last year, 2023, on Allegan Street there, city of Saugatuck. This is a speeding citation on an actual 48 and a 25. However, this was only written as a 1 to 5 over by the deputy. So, Mr. Smith, you're here on this citation to do one of three things. First is you could admit responsibility to the citation, or two, you could admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation to court as to how or why this happened, or three, you wish to contest this citation, in other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do?
I would like to admit responsibility and explain, Your Honor.
All right, and what is it you'd like to tell me?
Your Honor, Gene Adamczyk, grandfather of young Mr. Smith here.
I gotta tell you, this happens a lot on young people. This is just a civil infraction. So the only party to this matter would be Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith or Ethan. Ethan has to speak for himself. The other, parents, grandparents, they're not parties to the ticket.
Yes, Your Honor.
So Ethan, what is it you'd like to tell the court?
Well, first of all, I would like to explain what happened. I attempted to pass someone on the road that I was pulled over on, but unfortunately I did not stay within the speed limit. It was a foolish mistake of mine, Your Honor, to speed. However, I would like to request to pay all the fines, pay the ticket, but I would like to request that the court hold citation in abeyance for 3 to 6 months, and then if no further infractions, the ticket drop off.
Okay, I don't know where your grandfather practices, but that's not an option that we have here in Michigan. We don't hold tickets in abeyance. Here's what I will explain to you. I'm assuming what you're concerned about is the points on your license.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, so a couple of things. One is, I'm not going to give you any points on this. The deputy's not going to give you points on this. But what ticket you're looking at is an executive branch function. That's what the officer wrote. The officer did not write you a ticket for the speed he clocked you at. He wrote you the wimpiest ticket he can. My job as judicial branch would decide whether or not you're responsible or not responsible on that citation. We're already sort of past that. Here's what I'll tell you about points. The deputy's not giving you points. I'm not giving you points. Points come from Secretary of State. It's court, Secretary of State, two different animals. The only punishment the court has for the speeding citation is the fines and costs. Is the Secretary of State going to give you points on your license for this? Yes, because it's a moving violation. But there is a way for you to get rid of those points. I just can't do it for you. All I can do is explain to you how to do it yourself. I'm assuming you wish to know.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Texas versus Fernando Gaitan. Mr. Gaitan, can you unmute your device, please? Yes, Mr. Gaitan, I can see that you're there. We just need you to unmute your device.
Good morning. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got a parking ticket in the city of McAllen, but I'm a city employee with the McAllen Express Transit Metro system.
Okay.
So I just wanted to explain what had happened.
Okay, so you actually were ticketed for parking in a prohibited area, and that ticket is going to be $35. Mr. Alonso, have you had a chance to speak to Mr. Gaitan at all?
I have not spoken with him, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Gaitan or Mr. Alonso, do you have any recommendations here?
Your Honor, at this point, based on the information provided, I do believe it's alleged that Mr. Gaitan was in his personal vehicle incident. So because of that, I am asking today for a plea with payment of the $35 fine However, if Mr. Gaitan would like to discuss the case further, I'm definitely open to having that discussion and having this case reset.
Okay, Mr. Gaitan, did you need some time to talk to the prosecutor?
Sure.
Okay, what we can do is we can reset you for 30 days, Mr. Gaitan. Mr. Alonso is located in the City Hall building, and you can either go see him to speak with him, or if you'd like, we can send you his contact information so you can email or call him.
Sounds great.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go ahead and reset Mr. Gaitan 30 days to allow him to speak to Mr. Alonso.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. You're free to go, Mr. Gaitan.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, next case is gonna be State of Texas versus Antonio Gomez Castillo.
Good morning. If you could unmute your device, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And we have use of an electronic device while driving a vehicle for you this morning. Are you interested in the deferment program?
I'm a CDL holder, so no.
Okay. Well, that takes care of that option.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get the officer's affidavit up here. All right. Got an affidavit from the officer. I will read it to you, and then you can make your argument as you may. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. It says on the date and time and location listed on the infraction. I was working in Cowlitz County, Washington. I observed the defendant commit the following violations. Defendant was using a personal electronic device while driving a motor vehicle on a public highway. Defendant was watching a video on the personal electronic device. The device used was a cell phone. Says I contacted the driver of the vehicle and the defendant admitted to having committed the observed violation. Stated I had it on YouTube. The sound wasn't on. I took a quick call from my son. I'm still getting used to hands-free with this car. Advised driver that I observed YouTube on her phone. I drove beside her vehicle and observed the video. That is what I have. You may make your argument.
Well, he stated incorrectly, unfortunately. What had ended up happening is that I work in Vancouver, Washington for the Vancouver School District. And that Friday, it was incredibly rainy out. I just purchased this vehicle, which is a Mini Cooper, and it has bells and whistles. So it has Bluetooth connectivity and hands-free calling. And I always, in my previous vehicle, I didn't have any of that, but I always leave my cell phone on a clip. But in this particular vehicle, because there's not enough room on the dash, I had it on a clip on the passenger side visor. And as I'm driving, it's incredibly rainy out. I'm all the way in the right-hand vehicle or right-hand lane. I'm going about 55 miles per hour because the vehicle's low profile. I was getting inundated with water. I had to reduce speed because of visibility. And as I'm driving, it's also eye line with the headlights in behind me and the traffic going the other way. So I was at reduced speed. My son was sick at home. He also goes to Vancouver School District, but he was sick at home that day. And so when I hit about Kalama, it occurred to me to give him a call because I had wanted to see if he needed any medicine or any Gatorade or anything before I went home. But my goal was to go home because the visibility in the rain was so bad, I was having a hard time seeing, which is why I was all the way in the right hand lane going under the speed limit to be able to do it safely. And I had vehicles going all past me, splashing up water onto my car. So when I hit about Kalama, there was enough visibility because a lot of parts of the freeway don't have any overhead lighting, and then the glare of the rain and the headlights and stuff was making it. But when I hit about Kalama, that's about 10 minutes away from where I live. I take the Tolly Way exit. And I had decided to go ahead and give him a call before I went home to see if I needed to stop by the store. So I have hands-free calling and I have Bluetooth connectivity. So as I'm hitting Kalama, I decide to give him a call using the hands-free. However, during that time, because of everything else, I hit the wrong button on the console. If I didn't touch my phone, I hit it on the console for the Bluetooth and hit the wrong button and activated the app on my phone. By this time, I'm past Kalama and there is no overhead lights. It was dark and I can't. So I decided to just let the phone, just leave it alone so I could focus on the road because I was scared to death because of how bad it was. So I didn't touch anything. I just decided I'm just going to get home. When I get closer to the exit, I can try to use the Bluetooth hands-free calling to call him again. And so I wasn't even paying attention to the phone. The phone's all the way on the passenger side, hanging off a clip on the visor. And I'm just thinking, because I have all this water coming at me, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll wait until I get closer to the exit where there's overhead lighting, and I'll try to use the hands-free calling again. About the time that I was less than a mile from my exit, there's lights near Tollyway exit. I went to go and push the button for the hands-free call, and that's about the time that the officer pulled me over. When he had told me, he's like, I saw you watching a video. I tried to explain it. He didn't listen to me. I tried to explain it that I had pushed the wrong button, that I'm still getting used to this vehicle, haven't even had it for a week. I don't know all the bells and whistles, and I just accidentally pushed the wrong button and activated it on my phone. I told him that because of the trouble seeing and stuff, I didn't even want to touch anything at that point between Kalama and close to my exit because there is no overhead lighting. I couldn't see, and I was literally white knuckling it through that part of the freeway, and that it was a complete accident. I didn't mean to do that. And then when I got closer to my exit, I told him when he had pulled me over, my interface for the call app on my console was on, and I pointed to him. I said I just now was going to try to call my son again with the Bluetooth, with the hands-free device, or the hands-free in the vehicle. I said, it's a brand new vehicle. I'm still not used to it. So.
Okay.
There is no possible way I would have been watching a video during those conditions. They were really bad. And I would have meant me having to turn my head completely away from the road onto the passenger side. And I'm trained better than that as far as having my CDL. I know better than that.
Okay. All right. Based on your description, it kind of coincides with what the officer got in his declaration. So based on that, I will find the infraction is not committed.
Thank you.
We'll send you a copy of the disposition order showing that it's been found not committed. Okay. Get used to the phone so that you don't get this trouble again. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not even posting my phone anywhere near anymore. I'm not even going to take not even going to do that. No.
Okay. All right. Well, you were all done. You may go ahead and log out. You have a good day.
Okay. You too. Thank you.
Here, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Holybar. Mr. Holybar, we have you here today for cruelty to animals ticket for 160. Mr. Alonso, have you had a chance to look at this case? Do you have any recommendations here?
Facts of the case that I've been asking for. Plea of guilty or no contest with payment of the set $160 fine amount.
Okay. Mr. Holybar, the recommendation of the state is a payment to the ticket of $160. Would you like to accept this recommendation at this time, or do you think you'd like to reject and proceed to trial instead?
I really don't want to go to trial, Judge. If I may briefly, I had the dog with me in the car when I went to the mall. It was about 65 degrees. If I pay the ticket, is it a no contest or what's it going to be?
If you pay the ticket, you can either enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Either one would work.
Okay. Judge, I can just pay it and do no contest if I may.
Okay, all right, we'll enter a no contest plea and do a fee of $160. Now, Mr. Holybar, since you are present online, we're gonna send you your plea paperwork via email. Just make sure you sign and get it back to us. And then the $160 fee is due as soon as you can pay it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, no problem. You have a good day, Mr. Holybar.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye.